Hello and welcome back to the next video in this interview problem series. So in this series, we have been looking at some of the most commonly asked interview problems. Okay. So the problem that I'm going to discuss today has been asked by many companies like Microsoft, Amazon, LinkedIn. Okay. So the problem is that we will be given an array, and from this array we have to find max contiguous sub-array product. Okay. So if you have been following these videos, you must already be knowing that we have already covered a problem which was max contiguous sub-array sum. Okay, we have already covered that problem, and if you want to check that problem first before looking into this video, so I'll just put that link into the description. Okay. So in this problem, we have to find product, the sub-array product. The sub-array should be a contiguous one. Okay. So what do we mean by contiguous? Again, contiguous means continuous numbers. Okay. So if we are taking a sub-array, then all the numbers should be contiguous. So the answer for this problem is going to come from this particular contiguous sub-array. Okay. So it is going to be 180. Okay. So 6 multiplied by minus 3 into minus 10, it is going to be 180. Okay. And also in the question it was given that there exists at least one positive integer in our array. ठीक है, मतलब कि जो हमारा प्रोडक्ट है वो हमेशा पॉजिटिव होने वाला है, नॉट इवन जीरो. ठीक है, इट इज ऑलवेज गोइंग टू बी पॉजिटिव. सो आई वुड रेकमेंड यू टू पॉज दिस वीडियो ओवर हियर, try it out yourself and only then look at my solution. Okay, so now let's discuss. So first of all, let's discuss our brute force approach. So in our brute force approach, we are going to consider every pair of integers, okay, and we are going to consider that pair of integers as the extreme points of our contiguous subarray. ठीक है, what I mean is कि जैसे पहले 4 और -2 को ले लिया, फिर इनका जो प्रोडक्ट है वो निकाल लिया, then obviously you can take then 4 and 6, फिर इनका प्रोडक्ट निकाल लिया, then obviously then you can take 4 and -3, फिर इन सब का प्रोडक्ट निकाल लिया, and so on. You can just consider every pair of integers as the extreme and just calculate the product between them and then keep updating the maximum product. Now obviously that approach is going to lead to ON cube solution, okay, because ON square for considering every pair and then additional n for finding the product between those numbers. Okay, so it is going to be ON cube solution. But obviously this is not the kind of solution that a company like Microsoft or Amazon would want from you. Okay, so looking at the better solution now, we are going to try to solve this in ON. That is, we are going to try to solve this in the single pass of an array. Okay, so let's try and understand what we are going to do. So for this, we are going to take two variables, max till here and min till here. Okay, now just try to understand what these two variables mean. So if I am saying that max till -10, that would mean that find the contiguous subarray for which -10 is my last element and the product is maximum. Okay, so obviously the possibilities are either I take this subarray, either I take this subarray, either I take this subarray, or either I take this subarray. Okay, for the first one, for this one, my product is going to be 30. For this one, my product is going to be 180. For this one, my product is going to be minus 360. For this one, my product is going to be minus 1440. And also we should have considered this alone also. Okay, so we should have also considered this alone, so that is -10. Now out of these 5, obviously the maximum is 180. So I can say max till -10 is 180. Similarly, we are going to find max till for all the elements and then we are going to take the overall maximum. Okay, so let's see. Now obviously I will need another variable, that is max product, or you can name anything else. Okay, so I'm constantly going to update this max product whenever I will find a maximum value. Okay, at the end my answer is going to be in max product. Okay, chalo. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to initialize this max till here with 1 and min till here with 1 as well. Okay, because we are already given in the question that there is going to be at least one positive number, so obviously at least 1 is going to be my answer. Okay, so also I can initialize my max product with 1. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to consider 3 cases separately, that while iterating my number can be either greater than 0, it can be equal to 0, or it can be less than 0. Okay, now just try to understand this very carefully. If my number is greater than 0, like the first number, obviously what I can do is I can update my max till here simply by multiplying by that number, right? Because obviously my max till here is always going to be positive, and I can straightway multiply it by a positive number to get a bigger number. Okay, and also try to understand this, that my max till here is always going to be 1 or more than 1. Okay, and my min till here is always going to be 1 or less than 1. Okay, I'm just going to maintain in this way that my max till here is always greater than equal to 1 and my min till here is always less than or equal to 1. Okay, chalo. So if my number is positive for max till here, it is very simple that I have to just multiply it by 4. For min till here, I will multiply it by 4, right? I'll just multiply my min till here by 4, and I am going to take its minimum with 1. Okay, basically if my min till here is a negative number, let's say if it is -5, then obviously my new till here is going to be -20, right? But if my minimum till here is a positive number, like I can see over here it is 1, then I will take the minimum from 4 and 1, which is going to be 1. Okay, so basically if my current min till here is a positive number, that is it is 1, it can never be greater than 1. So if it is 1, then I encounter a positive number, then I'll just keep it 1. Okay, so I'll just keep it 1. I will update it only when my min till here is negative so far, right? So obviously it is going to stay 1. Okay, so this is how we are going to handle the positive number. Okay, now let's see what happens when a negative number is going to come. When a negative number comes, okay, and also I should have updated it to 4, right? Okay, so whenever a negative number comes, so what I'm going to do is, so I expect that my min till here might be a negative number, okay, and my max till here is always going to be a positive number. So if I multiply this negative number with a positive number, obviously this is going to be a negative number. So okay, so that is going to be a negative number, and I should not update max till here in that case, right? But if my min till here is a negative number and I multiply this negative number with this negative number, now this could give me a very high positive value. So this is a candidate for max till here value. Okay, so just try to understand that if current element, okay, is less than 0, max till here could be min till here. Okay, if it is a negative number multiplied by the current number, okay, multiplied by the current number, right? Because if this is negative, this is also negative, and this could result in a high positive value, which we should update to max till here. Or if this is positive and this is negative, then obviously this is going to be a negative number, so we can just keep it to 1. So we can take maximum of 1 or maximum of this value, okay, because we don't want that my max till here goes under 1. Okay, so either it is going to stay 1 or it is going to be min till here into current, which could be a positive value. Okay, so this is what we are going to do if current is less than 0, and also min till here is going to be updated with max till here into current, right? Because obviously current is going to be a negative number and max till here is going to be a positive number, so they are going to give me a negative value, right, which could be my min till here, right? So I hope this is clear. Okay, we have already discussed for positive number, we have already discussed for negative number. There is only one thing is left, that when we are going to encounter a 0. Okay, and that we will see when we will be coming over here. Okay, so for now let's proceed. Okay, so when we have -2, so we discussed that max till here is going to be maximum of min till here into current. So min till here into current is going to be -2 and maximum of 1. So obviously we are just going to update it to 1. Okay, and what about min till here? For min till here, we are going to consider max till here into current. Okay, so max till here was 4, right? So it was 4 before we changed it. So 4 into -2, that is going to be -8. Okay, so -8 is min till -2 and max till -2 is 1, right? Now the next number is 6. Obviously it is a positive number, so as we already discussed, we can straight away multiply it by 6. So 1 into 6 is going to give me 6, and for my minimum I'll just take minimum of min till here into -8, that is -48 and 1. Okay, so it is obviously going to be -48. And we should update this to 6. Okay. Now the next number is a negative number. So for this, what we are going to do, for max till here, we have to multiply min till here into current number. So min till here, that is -48 into current number, that is -3. So that is going to give me 144. And if we are taking maximum of 144 and 1, that is 144. Okay. Let me just get rid of this. Okay. So for min till here, obviously we have to multiply max till here into current number, and just notice that max till here was 6. Okay, just before we updated it was 6. So obviously while coding we have to make sure that we save it in a temporary variable. Okay, so that before we change it, we just save it into a temporary variable so that we can use that. Okay, so 6 into -3, that is -18. Okay, and we have to take its minimum with 1. Now just try to understand that we are updating -48 with -18. ओके, अब ये मत सोचना कि -48 तो छोटा नंबर था लेकिन फिर भी हमने -18 के साथ उसको रिप्लेस कर दिया। नहीं, हो क्या रहा है कि हमको -3 तक चाहिए, मतलब -3 को हमको इंक्लूड करना ही करना है। ठीक है, मैं ये नहीं बोल सकता कि min till -3 में हम इसी को ले लेते हैं, नहीं, ये नहीं कर सकते, हमको -3 को इंक्लूड करना ही पड़ेगा। ओके, सो considering -3, obviously 6 into -3 is going to be my minimum. Okay, so now the next number is -10. Okay, again it is a negative number. So for this, what we are going to do is min till here into current number, that is 180. So we'll just update it with 180. And for minimum till here, that is going to become 144 into -10. So that is going to be -1440. Okay, and also we should have been updating our number max product. So 6 was updated with 144, and then we should have updated it with 180. ठीक है, चलो अब हमारा नेक्स्ट नंबर निकल के आ रहा है 0. ठीक है, अब 0 निकल के आ रहा है, एंड नाउ दिस इज द थर्ड केस. इन द केस ऑफ अ 0, हम लोग को कुछ नहीं सोचना है, सिंपली हमारा जो मैक्स टिल हेयर है इसको 1 कर दो एंड इसको 1 कर दो. ठीक है, बिकॉज व्हाट वी आर सेइंग इज कि अगर हम लोग 0 को इंक्लूड कर रहे हैं, राइट, obviously then min till here and max till here are both going to be 0. बट क्योंकि हमको ऑलरेडी क्वेश्चन में ये चीज गिवन है कि हमारा जो प्रोडक्ट है वो हमेशा पॉजिटिव नंबर होगा, सो ऑब्वियसली वी कैन जस्ट अपडेट इट टू 1. ठीक है, 0 0 करने के लिए हम लोग 1 1 के साथ अपडेट इसको कर सकते हैं. चलो ठीक है, नाउ द नेक्स्ट नंबर इज 5. Okay, so I'll just update this with 5, and I don't need to update max product because 5 is less than 180, and for min till here I'll just keep it to 1. Okay, and then the next number is 7, so we can update it with 35, and obviously I don't need to update max product again, and at the end my answer is going to be 180. ठीक है, 180 मेरा आंसर हो जाएगा. चलो, I hope the solution is clear. अब जल्दी से इसको कोड कर लेते हैं. So I have already created my CPP file, right? In that I have included IOStream using namespace standard, and this is my main function. Okay, chalo. So now let's create the function int max contiguous subarray product. So we will be given an array and we will be given its size. First of all, our two variables, int max till here is equal to 1 and min till here is equal to 1, and then our max product variable, which I am initializing with 1 as well. Now I have to simply apply a loop, and within that loop I have to write those three conditions. So if ARRI is greater than 0, this is our first case. In that case, max till here is going to be max till here into ARRI, right? So max till here into current number, and my min till here is going to be minimum of min till here into current number and 1. This is what we discussed. Now the second case, if ARRI, that is current number, is less than 0, in that case, first of all, I'm going to save max till here into my temporary variable. Max till here into my temporary variable. Okay, so this is what we discussed, right? Because we need to update max till here using min till here, and we have to update min till here using max till here. Okay, so we have to save max till here before we update max till here, right? Just try to notice this. In the first case, I was updating max till here using max till here and min till here using min till here. But here I have to update max till here using min till here and min till here using max till here. For that reason, I have to save that in a temporary variable. Now very easily, max till here, I can update it to maximum of min till here into current, that is ARRI, and 1. Okay, and for min till here, now I'll be using temp, right? So I'll be using temp instead of max till here because that has already been updated. So I'll use temp into current value, that is ARRI. Okay, so I hope this is clear. And then the third case, that is when ARRI is equal to 0. Okay, I should have written else if over here. In this case, I'm just going to update both my variables with 1. Max till here is equal to 1 and min till here is equal to 1. Okay, now at the end we will update our max product if needed. If max product is less than max till here, my max product should be updated. Max product is equal to max till here. Okay, and at the end we are just going to return max product. So I think this should work. So let's try to run this. So first let's create our array. So our array was 4 minus 2 6 minus 3. 4 minus 2 6 minus 3 minus 10 0 5 7 minus 10 0 5 7. Now let's print our answer. Max contiguous subarray product ARR and size of array is 8. So let's run this. So we are getting 180 as the product as expected. Okay, so I hope this problem is clear. If you have any doubts, you can put it into the comment section. I'll reply to them and I'll see you in the next session. Meanwhile, you can look at the previous videos if you have missed them and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you.